Howdy, folks. Good morning, everyone. Good day, Matthew. Morning, David Flash. Good morning to everyone. Hope everyone is well. It says that my connection is weak, so I hope I'm not buffering. It's always like that on a rainy day in Georgia. The connection gets weak. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Black Dragon, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Black Dragon National President. And I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. What's up, Clary Mary? Scott Stone? Over in... Is there a place called Plant, Michigan? Well, how are you? Still got crappy water. Man, they haven't fixed that yet. I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but Jesus Christ. I mean, you know, that's what happens when the news cameras go away. Then it's like, man, the hell with y'all. We weren't going to fix that in the first place. But I hope you guys get your water thing together. What's up, Latin Connects MC Prospect Vader? How are you, sir? And it's a beautiful morning. It's 61 degrees, but it's, you know, it's a cold 61 because there's no sun out. You know, there's warm 61s and cold 61s, and this is a cold 61. Same temperature, different feeling. And we are here, rolling down the road, and I wanted to talk to you guys. Ironhead, how are you? It's good to see you. Ken Charles, David Wooker. My phone is... I can't see that. David Whisaker, I think. Keith Dominguez. Man, I gotta take a course in last names, so I'm not bloodying you guys' last names up. I do definitely apologize. We appreciate you. It's Saturday morning in Atlanta, and I'm on my way to get some breakfast. I have started my low carbs to no carbs diet, and I will be explaining that here coming up in another video. But I wanted to talk to you briefly this morning about the idea of what are you willing to sacrifice for your motorcycle club. Somebody said, I wish it was 61 in Indianapolis. What's up, Rough Rider Duke? St. Louis, good to see you. Yeah, I don't know what it is in Indianapolis, but I know that's up north up there, and you guys pick your poison when you move up there. You can't help it if you're born up there, however, but no thank you. So I thought about this morning after talking to a brand new hang-around. And he screamed to me, I'm Black Sabbath forever. And I thought that was very interesting because forever is a long time. And it's hard to know if you're Black Sabbath forever when you're just a hang-around. It's hard to know if you're Black Sabbath forever and you've been in the club 29 years like I have. Or at least closely affiliated to the club. It's hard to know if you are Black Sabbath forever if you've been in the club 44 years like the Father has. Black Sabbath forever is a long time. And Black Sabbath forever is more than just being a guy that wears a patch on his back. We have some Black Sabbath guys that have been around 44 years. But I wouldn't characterize them as Black Sabbath forever. They've been iffy since the day I met them 29 years ago. We got some cats that we haven't seen in Black Sabbath forever. 71 going to be 85. Where are you? Where the heck is this guy? 71 going to be 85. You must be in California or Florida. So, when people that just come to the club start talking to me about they've been in the club 2 years and they want a tattoo. They want a tattoo they're going to wear for the rest of their lives, and they've been in the club for 6 months. I start thinking about this idea of what does a person think Black Sabbath forever means. Now, I've had 1%ers say that a 99%er is not a forever club. And they get mad at you when you use a term like forever. They feel like for them, forever means some kinds of dedications to your club that most people don't have. I don't particularly feel that way. We live a different lifestyle, but that doesn't mean that we can't be there for our brothers forever. Just all in the meaning of the thing, what it means to you. But forever is a long time. Can we say forever about anything until perhaps maybe we die with it on our backs? Then we could have said that we were there forever. I don't know. But I would like to know what you're willing to sacrifice for your club. What are you willing to sacrifice for your club? What are you willing to give your club? And the reason I ask that is because what I hear from some of you guys, especially some of you new cats, is I'm willing to give whatever it takes, Black Dragon. I'm willing to give everything. My heart, my soul, my blah, blah. I'm willing to give it all. And when you ask the old timers, they tell you, I've given it all. I'm willing to give it all, and I have given it all. My all. Well, I find that kind of difficult to believe when you won't even go pick your brother up off the side of the road when his motorcycle's broken, but you're willing to give it your all. You won't even pay your dues on time, but you're willing to give it all. Your all. You won't even stand by the duties of the office that you moaned and complained to get until you were voted in, but you're willing to give it your all. Your all. You won't even do the basic things. But you would have us believe that you're willing to give it all. I don't believe you. I don't believe you when you tell me this stuff. Black Sabbath forever. You haven't been to a meeting in 2 months. I don't believe you. You won't even give your brother the benefit of the doubt when you hear a rumor about him, but you're willing to give it your all. Boy, quit. Stop playing. Stop joshing me. Somebody said Braveheart is looking so amazing. Thank you, Clary Mary. Do you know any of my brothers from Phantom MC Georgia chapters? Yes, I do, Ghost. And I want to give a shout out to the Phantom MC. I have partied with you guys in several places. Memphis, Tennessee, over here in Georgia. Always been treated well by the Phantom MC. Good times with those guys. Really good times with those guys. I've had a lot of fun with your brothers. Always treated me wonderfully. Hanging out with you guys is an absolute blast. Hey, can I make the video, please? Shh. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Ghost. Really do appreciate you. I see somebody talking to Ann about God. Which God? I'm not sure what that backstory is. I missed that. My time, dedication to further and support the club, honesty, and the something happened. Okay, you guys are hitting me faster. Let's see. You ever get to Ohio, Black Dragon? I do. Good morning from Toledo. Good morning to Toledo. Somebody says I'm out riding. Glad I caught the video. I'm glad you. Black Dragon, had that thing happen to me in my football hooligan group, saying everything for one another, and then when SHIT happens, yes, in jail for me. Half of those guys by whose side I stood probably didn't even show up. Yeah, did not even write, let alone send cigarettes or anything. Yeah, but they're the Hooligan Football League forever Hooligan Football League. We're always there for you, brother. And that's what I mean. I mean, people make these grand pronouncements about everything they are and who they think they're gonna be and how down they are for the organization. In your case, the Hooligan Football League. In our case, the MC. So sometimes I want to know, well, just what will you give to the MC? Because you don't give the basic things. You don't give the small things. You don't give your time. Brother's in the hospital. Brother went to the emergency room, and it's been 3 weeks, and you still haven't called to say, hey, I heard you went to the emergency room. Are you okay? How did things turn out? Sometimes you don't need a whole lot. Sometimes just somebody knowing that you cared can pull them through. Sometimes the fact that you asked about somebody can pull them through. Sometimes, they say it's the thought that counts. It doesn't even have to be something big, just the thought, man. Thinking good things about somebody puts pheromones in the air, that healing pheromones. They say the tongue is a powerful thing. Be careful what you say. In some places in the African American community, if you say things like, like my folks were superstitious. If you said something like, oh, he had a heart attack, and you touched your own heart, my folks would grab your hand and off your heart. No, don't do that. Don't do what? Don't do that. When you're talking about a heart attack, don't touch your own heart. I'm talking about somebody else. Oh, no. Words have power. Touching your own heart and talking about somebody else's heart attack can give you one. I know people that believe that. So prevalent in my family. Even I find myself, well, he had a heart attack. He had a heart attack. I don't even want to point. His eye hurt. You don't even, yeah, his left eye, you don't do that. His left eye was, you don't do that. His left eye was hurting. You might point to somebody else's eye that you don't like. His left eye was hurting. Sometimes just saying, I was concerned about you. Are you okay? Man, that means the world. You don't have to give a whole lot. You don't have to die for the MC. If you're giving little things, it's the little things. The little things that count. It's the little things that count. The itty bitty tiny itty weedy itty bitty itty things. The teeny weeny things. The tiny itty bitty things that count. That's what counts. Somebody said there's a lot of truth about putting something out into the universe. Aunt Squirrely said that. Superstition is big with some people. Morning, Black Dragon. Good morning, John O. Some believe in Croatia. That's the same belief here in Croatia, Black Dragon. That's funny. Okay, so maybe my folks aren't crazy. Maybe my folks aren't crazy as I thought they were. But I think that folklore comes from real life things that people see. They see these things and they understand. You know, when I grew up in Oklahoma, in the farm belt, when you walk down the street, a junior recognizes and acknowledges a senior. Good morning, Mr. Matthews. Good morning, son. Good morning, son. They might not even know you. Good morning, sir. Good morning, son. You walked down the street or you drove down the street through the neighborhood, you were expected, required to put a positive vibe in the air. You're driving down the street and you're waving at everybody coming through. I remember the first time I went to New York City, I was 17 years old. Coming from Oklahoma, I'm walking down the street in New York City. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. I got about halfway down the block and I realized they don't do that here. This is not where they do that. I said good morning and people would like clutch their purses or look at me as if I was absolutely damned crazy. Crazy! Because this is not a place that you say good morning to somebody. They just don't do it. I can't imagine what it was like to live in a city where you didn't put out good vibes like that. I was a country boy. You don't say hello to the people that are older than you? Boy, that would get you a whooping where I come from. Oh my goodness, Big Mike, thank you. Too many scream to the mountain tops of what they will sacrifice for the MC until they are without what they would have never given willingly. The long haul always tells that tale. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Black Dragon. Twisted Breed MC Ohio. Thank you, sir, for your $50 donation. I definitely, surely appreciate it. They don't do that either. They don't do that here either, says Clary Mary. I do, though. Oh, rats. I meant to... Did it really start raining on me like this? Really? Oh, wow. I guess I'll be sitting in here talking for a while. I ain't walking out there in that. A little thing called respect, a rarity. Someone said true words, Big Mike. Nothing but respect for my OGs, says Ghost. Little Diablo the Ghost. Little Devil the Ghost. That guy's trouble right there. You could tell in the name. I did a video the other day, what's in an MC name. I need to do one called what's in a motorcycle club handle. Only problem is you don't get to choose those. Don't start, someone said say hello to Braveheart. Don't start Braveheart up this morning, whatever you do. Ironhead people get upset with me because I say sir and ma'am too much. It's respect. You know, sometimes people don't know how to be respected. They feel uncomfortable with being respected. They don't know how to accept being respected. Being respected makes them feel quite undeserving because they don't feel as though they deserve respect in the first place. So they don't know how to handle your respect. It feels foreign to them because they've never been respected. They don't know the tenets of respect. So sometimes it's not even about you. It's about them and their inability to give or to receive. And receiving is as big an art as giving. You know, one of the hardest things for me to do, people call me sir all the time, and since I started this channel, there's a lot of people, when they meet me, you know, I'm a guy with a, this is a phone, right? This is not even, I don't even have like camera equipment. I'm not some famous guy, you know, it's not like I'm making $1 million doing this. I'm not as lofty as some people would put me. And it's hard for me sometimes to take that. I you know, you changed my whole life, Black Dragon. It feels uncomfortable. Like what did I do to change your life? All I did was I was me. That's all I was. All right, Big Mike. Thank you again, sir. Have a great day. So I find it a little bit, sometimes a little bit overwhelming. And sometimes the strangest things happen. Like one of my subscribers was, I went to go eat breakfast one day, and one of my subscribers was eating breakfast, and I go out to the car and I look at my Facebook, and he sends me pictures of myself and my girl. And he's like, hey man, I was just about 10 feet away from you, and I saw you having great fun with your friend. I freaked. Man, why didn't you say hello? Like it was kind of scary to have that. Like it was like, wow, this guy could have touched me. And he goes, oh no, I wouldn't come up to your table and talk to you while you were eating. Dude, I'm not a celebrity like that. Like, I'm not Lawrence Fishburne. That doesn't happen every day. I don't mind saying hello to you. Thank you, Shamari Wilson. Appreciate that. LP Goofy, what's up, young man? You guys got to get over to LP Goofy's channel. He's a 15-year-old. LP Goofy is his channel. And we have to support the young man and help him to continue to do the righteous and great things he's doing. I really do particularly enjoy his videos and his skits. So I want my folks to definitely check out the 15-year-old young man. And I feel so great that 15-year-olds listen to me. That's one of the reasons I stopped cursing for the most part on this channel. I'm trying to clear up my cursing altogether because we know we got the young guys looking. And I really, you know, so sometimes when it comes to respect and people giving people respect and them not being able to handle it, sometimes it's really because they don't know how to handle it. Greetings, X-Rated. Keith Dominguez says he's going to go over and support you, LP Goofy, and check out your channel. Black Dragon, can you please give a rest in peace shout out to my bro, Big Ron, killed by a cat that cut him off from Madison, Indiana. We are very, very sorry for his loss, and we put the throttle hand up for his loss. And our condolences to your brother's family and to the Phantom MC Nation for your loss from the Black Dragon and the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation. And we hope that he rests in peace, and that his family and brothers and extended MC family can have closure in the celebration of his life. You're most welcome, sir. So we move forward after that moment of silence, and we hope that the family can and the extended family can move forward. Well, it really sucks when you lose a brother. And I often talk to the guys like, what are you willing to give? What are you willing to sacrifice? And I've seen guys not even go to brothers' funerals, but oh my goodness, they're going to give so much to the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club. Let's do this. Let's figure out that let us do this. Let us say that the proof in the pudding starts with the small ingredients. The small ingredients. I don't think ingredients is a word. The proof in the pudding comes from the small ingredients. The proof in the pudding comes from, like, if you didn't get that pinch of salt, some people can't tell, but other people's are like, we're missing something. If you didn't get the sugar right, maybe you did 1.5 cups, you were short on sugar, and it called for 2.5 cups. Maybe you didn't get the butter right. You're supposed to have butter, and you didn't have butter, so you missed out on the butter. There are small pieces that make the cake. And so many people are focused on the cake. To them, that's giving everything. They don't understand that the pinch of salt means something. They don't understand that the butter means something. They don't understand that the crumbled up cranberries mean something. Somebody said I'd boot them out if they didn't have a valid reason not to attend the final departure of a fallen brother. Matthew, they have valid excuses for everything they don't do. They got valid excuses for everything they don't do. If you were kicking people out without valid excuses, you'd be kicking nobody out. They have justifications and valid excuses, and that's why we even do the video, because we want to talk about what's inside your heart when you talk about you want to be in an MC forever. Mm-mm-mm. When you talk about you want to be an MC forever, you have to search your heart. You have to search past your valid excuses, because we got them, and they all stink. I had an arguing issue with a guy bashing Black Dragon and anyone in an outlaw MC. Oh, I hope you weren't arguing with somebody bashing me, because I got a lot of haters out there. You'll be arguing all day long. Avoid temptation, Black Dragon. Don't look at that. IHOP. Stay skinny. No, I'm on a protein thing, so I can eat anything. I can eat anything in IHOP as long as I stay away from the carbs. No pancakes, no potatoes, no pasta, no rice, no soda pop, no juice. And I can eat vegetables and meat and eggs and protein and nuts and berries and fruits and beans all I want until I'm full. And I will lose 60 pounds in 6 months. Just like that. Dane says, don't listen to the trolls, Ghost. And you have a lot of them on these channels. What do you call pancakes in the UK? Griddle cakes? Maybe you call them pancakes. I mean, just because they're in the UK doesn't mean they're not pancakes. John O says you call them pancakes. UK needs an IHOP. There's no IHOP in UK? That is blasphemy. We just lost a brother to cancer on the 3rd of March. My condolences to you. Our brother Demo will be missed. Rebel Knights, we definitely send our condolences to you for your brother. I'm late. What's up, Dragon? Oh, we're just trying to find out what people are willing to donate, what to give. What are you willing to give for your MC? What are you willing to give? And I say that, let's start with the small stuff. Oh my God. That's the guy you fought with. He said Black Dragon told him you don't have what it takes to be me or someone like me. And then he said, you're right, I'm not scum like him. And that's where, and that's where the argument started. So you're talking about the great Chuck Gines from Back Roads Motorcycle Adventures or something like that. And Chuck Gines has had it out for me now for about half a year or longer. Chuck Gines is a racist from Chicago. When I say racist, I mean Chuck Gines wouldn't say he's a racist. He would say he's a nationalist. He is, it is the keto diet, I think people call it. I just call it the non-carb diet, and it worked for me before. I'm going to do it again. So this Chuck Gines guy I met he started following me. Maybe he even subscribed, and he watches my videos and always has a negative comment. And I went to go check out his channel. He's had several channels, and he's actually quite an accomplished photographer. a celebrated photographer. In fact, his work is quite amazing. His Backroads Biker Adventure series, the cinematography he manages to capture is just absolutely damn spectacular. And so he has all the markings of what would be a great guy, but the sinisterness to his other channel that might not be up anymore, but his channel where he talked about the all of these things, and David Dukes, you guys all know Dr. David Dukes, the former head of the KKK, who's been active in politics and goes all over the world, and South Africa and all these places where he's celebrated, where he talks about his theories about how black people are inferior and not as intelligent. And Chuck Gines has this big thing that he talks about how black males are so full of testosterone, and we beat up people and we murder people and we do all these things, and you probably will never see that in the Backroads Adventure Biker series that he does. But he talks about a recent incident where he was run off the road, and it wasn't by a testosterone-filled black guy, which I thought was amazing, to find out that white people commit crimes. To hear him tell it doesn't happen. But when I told him he couldn't be me, I follow Chuck. He speaks a lot of truth, but he's not my idol. It's about discerning. I don't know Ant Squirrely about the truths he speaks when it comes to the African American population. It's a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. And I grew up with African Americans all my life that were violent. But I grew up in Oklahoma. And I grew up with violent ass white folks too, with nooses and Ku Klux Klan symbols and on, and trailer parks and this and that. So I've seen it on both sides. So Chuck Gines is full of shit, if you ask me. But I digress. There's a racist in every nationality. It's stupid but human. Like I said, I don't think all he says are truths. He was in Chicago and other places during the riots, and he saw bad things, and African Americans do bad things like everybody else. To come out from that with this idea that he espouses that are part of this whole David Dukes and all this kind of business, I just think it doesn't work for me. I'm the color of the race that he's talking about. But if you want to talk about violence, let's talk about what's happened to the Native American in America that's been, for the most part, wiped out by genocide. That wasn't angry black males running around doing that. So, I think that what he says is probably true about every community. So, I don't know how much of that is involved in his negativity towards me, but his idea is that being in a motorcycle club and following MC protocol is for wussies, and that we've all given up our freedom, and maybe to an extent we have. He says that he's a Sigma male. So you guys have been watching Chuck. You guys have been watching Chuck? I didn't think my people were watching Chuck. Oh my goodness. Yes, he calls himself a Sigma male. And I've never really talked about Chuck until this time. And he says, I'm a beta male. And he says that Dibber in the Wind is an alpha male. And I was wondering why Dibber gets to be an alpha male, but I don't get to be an alpha male. But I'm a beta male, and he's a Sigma male. I got to do a video about that. Because nobody's running me off the road and kicking my butt. So, Black Dragon, know your enemy. I didn't know that he was my enemy, but I know he doesn't like me. And he doesn't like me because, now, what made him unsubscribe to my channel was one day I took my RV to the National Roundup. And the National Roundup happens once a year. And I like to go there and sell books. And I can't pull those books on my motorcycle. So one event a year, I take my RV. And boy, oh boy, when he saw that, he unsubscribed from my channel and called me a poser, not a real biker. He gets 20 to 40,000 miles a year on his bike. And I'm thinking, that's all? And I'm not a real biker. Because a biker is not my primary mode of transportation. And no, I do ride in my car sometimes. But I get more than 40,000 miles a year on a bike. Black Dragon doesn't ride across country. Boy, there are about 100 videos with me riding cross country in the rain, the sleet, and the snow. But that's that fake news. You can go over to the other YouTube channel, Black Sabbath MC, and there's all kinds of videos of Black Dragon riding his motorcycle across the country. In the pack. So that's why I don't business with that guy, because they get to lying and carrying on. Real bikers have cars too, said Clary Mary. No, they don't. Real bikers have to have as your primary means of transportation your motorcycle. And I think of all the years when a motorcycle was all I had, and I had to ride in the snow with both feet on the ground on my CX500 when I was 17, 18 years old, riding back and forth to work in Oklahoma City. And the streets were icy, and all I had was that damn CX500. And both feet on the ground to keep the bike up. But I guess maybe your real biker needle fluctuates. You know, you're a real biker when you're doing that, and then when you get enough money to get a car, your biker meter goes back over here. You're not as good a biker anymore. So I guess as you get older, your biker meter is gonna, because you know, older you are, you might not ride as much. Somebody said bikers have cars. Damn, my whole life was a lie. Oh my goodness. No idea who this Chuck is, but he sounds like a lemon. He's not a but he's got some good qualities as a human being. I don't like the racial part. That throws me off where Chuck is concerned. It completely throws me off that he feels like I'm not as intelligent as he is because of the color of my skin and my genes. So that part throws me off. But hey, the guy does great photography and tells an amazing story when it comes to motorcycle adventures. He's a Sigma male. You have to look that up. I kind of laughed when he dropped his motorcycle in the desert and couldn't pick up his own motorcycle and had to go get a tow truck to get it. I didn't think that was quite Sigma male-ish of him, since there is a procedure for picking up a heavy motorcycle, and all real bikers know how to do that. And you pick the motorcycle up with your legs, not your back. And those of us who ride 1,000-pound motorcycles, because nobody can really like pick up a 1,000-pound motorcycle unless you know the procedure. And to me, that's that real biker stuff. You know? Shade Tree made a video on how to be a real biker. Shade Tree Mechanic. I gotta check that out. Everyone should be able to pick up their own bikes. Yeah, I'm not a real biker, but he had to tow his bike out of the desert. But what am I doing? Why am I getting back and forth with him? Well, Black Dragon, got to start my day. Friend, have a good day. Yes, Ironhead, you too. Becky Lloyd, hi from Wisconsin. How you doing, Becky? Well, he did have to dig his foot out. Ant Squirrely, you've been watching Chuck as long as I have. Yeah, you've been watching Chuck as long as I have. Yeah, that bike did trap him underneath it. That was funny too. But having the balls to ride up in there is real. Like I say, I like Chuck's videos. He does great videos when he's not on his racial kick. So anyway, let's see. I grew up in Oakland and San Jose, someone said. I saw the only white boy in my school. I know what it's like to be in the minority. I was the only black. I don't fault anyone but those individuals who jumped on me on a daily basis. And just like you, Chris, I grew up in, I was the only dot in my school. So I know exactly what you went through on the other side. And I don't fault anyone except the jerks that screwed with me. Oh no. Let's see. A lot of people were talking, so I wanted to see if I could. His crap must link up with yours. I've seen his video pop up a couple days ago too, and never heard of him before. That's what Joe Royal said. I like 99% white country, and I've seen whites doing stuff you would. I live in a 99% white country, and I see whites doing stuff you would want to see. Hell, look. So what we don't want to do is we don't want that poison to populate over here. There are issues, man. There are issues, and Matthew, I understand exactly what you're saying. Matthew says he grew up. He's in a country that's 99% white, and he has seen. So like there's like only 1% black people there. So all of the crime that happens or whatever that happens there is going to be white on white. So that's where Chuck Gine's theories start falling apart. But that guy's got more facts and figures to back that stuff up. It makes you be like, wow, really, Chuck? That's... And you got to wonder where he gets all those facts and figures from. So I don't want to fight with Chuck. I told him he couldn't be me, and that pissed him off. But I didn't mean that he couldn't be me. What I was trying to tell him is, as a national president of a motorcycle club, you have responsibilities beyond one person. It's about we, not I. And the only thing he talks about is I, the Sigma man, I, the Sigma male, and my freedoms. Aunt Squirrely said, I got lost several times while living in Chicago, ended up in Cabrini Green. Well, if you saw Cabrini Green, you're older than I am. Never had problems when asking for help and directions, even on a weekend night. So most of these kids on this channel don't even know what the hell Cabrini Green was. But it was one of the worst ghettos for African American people in the entire world. Shouldn't focus blame on what color. It's people. People are always F-ups, regardless of colors. Read the history books. Greetings to you over there in Belgium, Dan, 641. Good to see you, sir. So, as a single person, you know, my point to him was, you keep coming at me about all of this stepping back and bowing down, as you called it, as he called it. And when you're only responsible for yourself, you have a different, there's a different level. When you're responsible for the lives of other people, then sometimes you got to approach it from a different way. You know, putting bodies in the ground because you want to have a hard head, it doesn't make sense to me. And he just got run off the road with his wife on the back of his motorcycle because of his own mouth. And now his mouth almost got his wife hurt. And that sucks. That really sucks. Because I'm sure she doesn't deserve anything like that. Let's see. Black Dragon, keep our club in prayer as we are working on starting our 3rd chapter. Prayers for smooth dealing and all goes well. Yes, John O. We shall keep you in our prayers. And hopefully that goes well for you. Dragon, he just took it to the heart. Don't sweat the small stuff. Yeah. Maybe I should apologize to him, so I didn't mean to insult him. Hey, Black Dragon, it was 17 degrees this morning, and we had Harleys going by our house. Dedication. Perhaps dedication or the love to ride. If you are dressed properly, you can ride in 17-degree weather all day long. The only thing I hate about 17-degree weather when I'm dressed properly is water on the highway. Other than that, I'm really cool. Anyway, Clary Mary said good luck with your expansion. And we hope the best for your expansion. 54 minutes. I did not mean to be on this damn thing for an hour. Wow. That's a long time. So anyway, listen, I'm gonna try to put my podcast up today, and because this thing goes like a podcast, so I'm gonna try to put my podcast up today. Somebody said I was riding in the snow the other day and dropped my bike and almost cried. And I don't cry. Oh, you drop your motorcycle, you will cry. I promise you. Some people take those things too personally when you're living a remote life, even more so. Perhaps. And Chuck is living a remote life. There's a lot of good things to Chuck Gines, and he doesn't like me that much, but I admire many of the things that Chuck Gines does. Like, he went and built his own house from scratch in the desert of New Mexico. I am a prepper. I'm one of those prepper people like Chuck is. And to me, that is to have what it takes. Yeah, he lived out of a trailer for a while, and he built a house with his own 2 hands. For a while, he had a series about it. And the things that you could learn on watching that series, I mean, no human being is trashable. You can't really throw anyone away. There's so much you can learn from them all. So Chuck Gines doing a prepper series or a survival series or a photography series or Backroads Biker Adventure series would be something you could learn a lot from. And I guess if you were a a nationalist, his nationalist series would be something you could learn from too. Carrie Mary said her bike is her baby. But Lil Diablo, I do appreciate you fighting on my behalf, because I refuse to fight with that guy. And he can think whatever the hell he wants to think. When he becomes a leader of a national motorcycle club, then we'll start listening to what he's got to say about how we should do that. But standing off on the sideline, throwing darts, means nothing to me. X-Rated, Black Dragon, thank you for your time, and that of all of those who checked in today. Until next time, good day. Be safe and one love. Thank you, sir. Thanks for tuning in. 17 degrees here on a 17 degrees only on a Harley. LOL, I won't drive anything else. Just my preference. Oh, here we go. When can you address the road safety about cars not watching for bikes on the road? I'm going to do that. I think I sent, and someone asked me that today. Was that you? Someone sent me a message today and asked me that very question. It was either a message or an email. So I wonder if that was you that sent me that. And my answer was, I'm going to do that video while on my motorcycle. And I'm going to show people how to ride defensively and how to plan. Oh, that was you. So yeah, I'm going to show people how to ride defensively and how to plan while riding. And I'm going to do that from the back of my motorcycle and do that whole video there with some examples and things like that. And hopefully I don't crash while I'm doing that. So I plan that within a week or so. I've actually put it on my calendar to do that video. So anyway, it's been an hour. I thank you all for hanging out with me for this hour. I didn't mean to be on that long, but it was fun. I think my Chuck Gines discussion pulled me off a little bit. Listen, let us do things with each other, for each other, starting with the small stuff first. That was my message for today. I don't care what you say you'll give to the MC or all of the pronunciations or pronouncements and announcements and this thing. I don't care about that. I care about, you know what I want to see? I want to see the day-to-day giving. I want to see the daily phone calls to people who are sick or affirmed. I want to see the daily calls to check on your brothers you haven't heard from in a while. I want to see the attending people's funerals. I want to see the going to the hospital to check on people. I want to see going to the graduations of your brother's kids when they graduating from high school and college. I want to see the going to your brother's plays when their kids are doing the piano recital. I want to see the involvement within the lifestyle of the MC. I want to see the involvement within the lifestyle of your brothers and your sisters. On a day-to-day, repetitive, continual basis, it's the small things. I want to see the phone call when one of your brother's mothers dies and you go hang out with him and ride to his favorite place, the first place his mother bought him an ice cream cone. The small things. I want to see the small things, the small things, the small things. If we get enough small things, I won't ever doubt your big things. Big things come every now and then. Small things happen every single solitary day. And what you're going to give to the MC is measured not by what you do when you come running in, here I've come to save the day. Not by what you do when you put your Mighty Mouse cape on, but what you do when you're Clark Kent. When you're Clark Kent, let's get your Clark Kent together first before we work on your Superman. Let's get your day-to-day Clark Kent together before we're worried about the phone booth. I was once told some words of wisdom by a friend of mine: don't sweat the petty stuff and don't get this, and don't sweat the petty stuff, and don't pet the sweaty stuff. Somebody said Mighty Mouse Kate, bloody love it. It's the truth. I'm old. They don't know who Mighty Mouse is. Do the small things, my friends, because the small things stack up. As Aunt Squirrely says, they stack up to big things. And in that way, we will know that you're Black Sabbath forever. Forever Black Sabbath. Or whatever it is that your MC is. Listen, if the video helped you, and I know it was long, please like it. And if it helps someone else you think that you know of that needs to hear it, please share it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, up on the right-hand side, which is the right-hand side, I believe it's over there, you will see a subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. It's my picture in a circle. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And the notification bell will let you know whenever I'm on. And like us and share us. You can support the channel with the super chat button. Thank you, Mike, again for the $50 you sent today. You can also go to my Patreon channel, Black Dragon National President, on Patreon, Black Dragon NP, and support us there with a monthly donation. Don't forget my books, you can find on Amazon and you can find on Kindle. Prospects Bible, How to Join a Traditional Motorcycle Club, Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs, Sergeant at Arms Bible, and the Public Relations Officer's Bible. My left is your right. Okay, that side. And also, you can find my latest articles on e-zine under John E. Bunch II. Now, Black Dragon at BlackSabbathMC.com. Black Dragon at BlackSabbathMC.com is my email address. There's 2 B's in Sabbath. You can get me at jbunchii. That's John Bunch II. jbunchii on Instagram. jbunchii on Snapchat. jbunchii on myfitnesspal. jbunchii on Finish Swim Watch. jbunchii on Fitbit. jbunchii on Instagram. jbunchii on Twitter. Facebook, jbunchii. And also my Facebook page, Black Dragon Biker, and our Facebook online magazine, MC Talk TV. And also you can friend me, like my page, Black Dragon Biker. And that's how we can talk back and forth on Facebook as a friend. I don't have any more friend requests that I can use on Facebook. So those are the ways to talk to me. We can also do the Facebook IM thing, if you want to do the video with me back and forth. Little Diablo, I thank you for tuning in. Phantom MCs, Matthew, Chris Welch. You have friends in the Portland metro area and Vancouver. That's really cool, Chris. I love Vancouver, beautiful city. And Portland as well. When I'm up that way, I'm going to let you guys know. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go get something to eat. It's great chatting you with this. It was great chatting with you this morning. Thanks for tuning in, LP Goofy. Everyone take care and get skinny.